Welcome, fans. We're back with another podcast, new episode. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Mac.
And we are the Boys of Summer. So, Mac, starting out with Denzel today.
Denzel. Not to be confused with his father, Denzel.
That's a stupid thing. I can't believe they do that in that family.
Right? Okay, this is something I read doing research, that apparently him and his father have the same name, but it's pronounced differently. His father's name is Denzel. Denzel's name is Denzel.
Basically, they're Denzels.
They're Denzels, but they pronounce the different syllables different. I don't know. Weird shit.
Yeah, I can't get behind that. All right, 64 years old, Denzel getting up there.
Getting up there, yeah, but he's got quite the career behind him.
And it's funny you say that because when we say that, that's usually marked with a lot of films.
Yeah.
Usually. He's only got 53 credits, counting TV.
Yeah, all his early day stuff that no one's seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for him, he picks winners. He's like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah, you're only going to do a handful of movies, and they're all great, they're all popular, but do they win Academy Awards?
No.
Crazy fact, he himself has been nominated 9 times.
Did you say 9 times?
Yes, I did. 9 times. But his films have only been nominated twice for Best Picture, and neither of them won.
Which means he's carrying everything he does.
Not just him, but the other actors in the films too. Don't get me wrong. He's doing scenes with Viola Davis, Tom Hanks, Gene Hackman. These are heavy-hitting actors themselves.
And he's outshining them in those. How they not win Oscars?
Viola Davis did.
Viola Davis, she's recently came on. She hit the big with How I Got Away with Murder, or How to Get Away with Murder on TV. And that skyrocketed her career along with Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's done a
But
ton
she won an
of
Oscar,
great movies. Fences, which he actually directed.
She won an Oscar for the newest one, because there's an old Fences that was a play.
Yeah.
But they videoed it, and I really liked it, James Earl Jones.
Oh, yeah. So, actually, Denzel, he directed this movie.
Right, the remake.
Yeah. In 2018, and he was nominated for an Academy Award for the movie, and she won for her role. So, and in the movie itself was also nominated for Best Picture. So, it was a great film. I highly recommend it.
Oh, I enjoyed it. It was a great cast.
Yeah.
We'll get to that coming up. He's not working on anything right now.
Nope.
He's not producing. He's not directing. He has no acting credits coming out. Nothing we see. So, I guess he's kind of taking a break.
Yeah, he's a family man. He's got 4 kids, his wife that he's been married to forever. So
he is strong on the family.
Yeah.
And the motivation and the spiritual. He believes in that.
He is connected. It's crazy.
So, we're going to start off with his early years. He was a TV actor.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, doing TV movies, small parts, just working your way up.
Nothing. Then he hit the George McKenna story, Hard Lessons. I remember that one as a kid.
Yeah.
It was, think of Morgan Freeman and Lean on Me, or a little bit, but not as violent as Jim Belushi in The Principal.
Okay.
It was kind of that 80s school, we're putting chains on the doors and we're going to make you learn.
Yeah,
we're tired of this shit.
I gotcha.
And he was great in it, actually.
I bet he was.
Enjoyed it. Then he got his huge break with a TV show called St. Elsewhere. Now, this show, if you've ever watched the decade shows on CNN, you can get them on Netflix, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. They go through talking about the culture, what was brought in on those decades. I was watching one a couple months ago, and they were talking about St. Elsewhere and how it led the way for shows like ER and NYPD Blue and all the shows, the Grey's Anatomies that we watch now.
Like all those hour-long dramas that everyone's in love with. This is basically the first one.
This is the first one.
That's cool.
And it had a great cast. You had Denzel. You had Howie Mandel, Ed Begley Jr., William Davis, David Morse. I mean, they done a great job. I've watched a couple episodes getting ready for this, and I enjoyed it. I, of course, couldn't watch the series because
it's a long series.
That would took us a while.
137 episodes. That would have taken you a minute. I mean, it
yeah,
only ran for 6 years.
Then he comes in and he blows us away in the movie Glory.
Yes, his first Academy Award right here for a supporting acting role.
Right, and that he outshined a lot of people in that movie.
Yeah, he did.
If I remember correctly.
Well, you got Matthew Broderick, Carrie Ells.
Carrie Ells. You know who that is, don't you?
That is the Dread Knight Roberts, Princess Bride.
Oh, for some reason, Princess Brides go right over my head. And I like the movie. I don't get it. This is twice you got me on those.
You know, it's like one of those movies you either watch it a million times or you don't.
I'm sitting here thinking he's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, tights.
Tights. Got Morgan Freeman. John Finn was great in that, if you watch it again.
Andre Braugher?
He played a corporal.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. So he outshined these great actors to win an Oscar with it. Not just win.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar.
All the way to the top.
Which is awesome.
That's no Golden Globe right there.
Okay, we come out of Glory and...
Getting work. Consistently working.
Coming into the 90s, he's working a lot. And then he does his one little comedy thing here with a heart condition, which I've never seen, but the plot... We read the plot, and I was not impressed.
Yeah, at least he's getting work.
He was working. Then we come to Ricochet. Now, Ricochet was one of my favorite movies growing up. See, I was, 11 when Ricochet came out? And it was Denzel and John Lithgow.
Oh, John Lithgow's great.
And he's the villain.
Oh, man, he plays a great villain. Have you seen Dexter?
Oh, I have not.
Dude, do yourself a favor. See Dexter. You're going to shit your pants when you see John Lithgow, how evil he is.
Well, I saw it in this movie. And we've seen it in Cliffhanger. But in this movie, Denzel is district attorney, new up and coming, puts John Lithgow away in prison. He breaks out. And when I tell you he starts making his life hell, my God. There was one scene, I don't think they could get away with it now in cinema. There was just one scene where they drugged Denzel Washington, get a diseased prostitute to have sex with him, and give him the disease.
That is so fucked. Like, yeah, you can't do that.
There's no way you get away with that now. And he videotaped it and sent it to his wife.
Wow.
I mean, the evilness in John Lithgow in this movie really lifted it up.
I mean, I've seen that same thing in that movie Lord of War, but that's a Nicolas Cage movie. You can do anything in a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, it's not going to sell anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to sit on the shelf.
So we're coming out, and then we hit what a lot of people say is one of his biggest movies. And culturally, he is correct. Because we're hitting Malcolm X right here.
A huge movie for him.
That was in 92.
Definitely got him another Oscar nomination for this role.
He didn't win?
He did not win. His only other win was Training Day.
Oh, that's right. He didn't win. But, if you had to look at yourself seriously in the mirror and go, Denzel in Malcolm X or Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman?
Oh, was that the choices that year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Scent of a Woman is one of my favorite movies.
I love it.
And I know you agree.
Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I fell in love with Al Pacino's character, just everything about him. You want to see him get his ass whooped, but you want to see him lift up and just...
Yeah,
I love that movie. So I'm not mad at the Oscars for that one, because I can't... How can you blame him?
Right? That's a tough choice. Well, we all know how political the Oscars can be anyways. And you could totally see him just saying, oh, Al Pacino, he's getting up there. He's not going to be giving us that many more hits later. But young Denzel, he's going to be pumping him out. So he'll get his later.
So you're saying they did the Leo treatment?
Yeah, I think Leo knows what I'm talking about.
Because if anybody out there dares to tell me that The Revenant was a better character than The Wolf of Wall Street, come and we will fight.
Yeah, seriously, his acting in Wolf of Wall Street was so much better.
It stole the year.
Yeah.
A couple years, in my opinion. I'm not a huge Leo fan, and my brother's not a Leo fan. He hates Leonardo DiCaprio for some reason. He loves Wolf of Wall Street.
It's a great
movie. Loves
movie.
Wolf of Wall Street. Just...
You know what the real thrill about that movie is? Just the fact that guy, Jordan Buford or whatever his name is, he exists. He's out there.
That's real.
Yeah.
Still alive.
Yeah, still doing infomercials.
We're still doing coke.
Probably.
Okay, so we come out for that, and we're heading to... He done a comedy, Much Ado About Nothing. I remember watching this as a teenager. It was okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't...
One of his few comedies.
Yeah, he doesn't do comedy.
He's got like 4 on his records.
But do you look at him and say, yeah, he's funny?
I mean, he can give funny lines, but no, he's a drama actor.
Yeah, he's not... I'm not impressed. He doesn't make me laugh.
Yeah.
I can't remember laughing at Denzel about any movie.
Him and Mark Wahlberg in Two Guns have some good, funny dialogue between them.
I could not
that's
get past...
kind of an action comedy.
I could not get past the first scene of Two Guns. I tried 3 times.
Really?
Yep, didn't work.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Then we come to Philadelphia.
Ooh, yeah, showstopper right here.
Philadelphia was great.
What a cultural phenomenon this movie turned out to be.
Yeah, because it puts age right in the forefront.
Yeah.
Right there.
Huge Academy Award winning Tom Hanks and his best bud, Bruce Springsteen, won Best Music for the movie. So... Best buds winning Oscars together.
I told you this is going to be 6 degrees of Tom Hanks.
It's so weird.
It is nuts. Tom Hanks loved working with Denzel. He even went on to say that working with Denzel was like going to acting school. He learned so much on that film.
It shows he won an Academy Award for it.
But again, Denzel didn't.
Nope.
That baffles me a little bit. Because I thought he was Oscar worthy in that.
He kind of got snubbed that year. He didn't even get nominated.
He didn't get nominated for Philadelphia? I hate the fucking Oscars. We should have our own awards. The Boys of Summer Awards.
He never got nominated for Philadelphia.
Who the fuck got supporting actor that year?
In 93, it was Gene Hackman for Unforgiven.
What about 94? Was that the year that Tom Hanks won?
Oh, it was 94. So, in 94, it was Tommy Lee Jones for The Fugitive.
I love The Fugitive, and I love Tommy Lee Jones, but no.
Yeah, I mean, The Fugitive is a good movie. It was a fun movie. It made a ton of money, I'm sure, but it's not as important as Philadelphia. It wasn't as good of acting as Philadelphia.
The acting's what I don't care how important a film is. Personally, I want to see the actors act.
Yeah.
And Denzel did.
Tommy Lee Jones won Best Supporting Actor for The Fugitive? Gross.
Oh, he beat out our old buddy Leo there. What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
So the history of the Oscars just screwing over Leo, it starts way earlier than we thought it did.
Yeah, I would have to check the basketball diaries, but... Absolutely. Leo never got a fair shot.
No.
And then they give it to him for The fucking Revenant. Get the fuck out of here for that shit. I'm done talking about that. Alright, we're coming off Philadelphia. We go to the Pelican Brief.
What do you, in Pelican Brief? Him, Julia Roberts. They're great together.
You're coming at me with Julia Roberts.
For the one time. The one time I'm going to do it. This is the one nice thing I'll ever say about Julia Roberts. She was good in the Pelican Brief.
I still thought it was...
But then, next movie, Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide. Gene Hackman.
Yes.
The guy who took his Academy Award. Okay.
Crimson Tide, him and Gene Hackman, some great dramatic scenes. This is a cool movie. I really liked it.
Yeah, I had no problems with it. I will watch it today if it comes on TV. I won't go out of my way to watch it. It's not one of those movies I go... I think tonight I will watch Crimson Tide.
Sure. But yeah, that's like a total TNT. Ooh, Crimson Tide's on.
Yeah, you're flipping through. All right. Yeah. I'll go get some popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I enjoyed the movie to that point. Now, we're coming into Devil in a Blue Dress. This one has a significant reason that we're going to stop and talk about this.
And I think I know why.
He took this role instead of taking Brad Pitt's role in Seven.
Yeah.
What a mistake.
Yep. He even admits that was a misstep on his part.
Yeah, he screwed that one up.
Yeah.
That should have been an easy call.
Yeah, but he wasn't used to doing those dark roles. And, Seven was a bit dark for him at that point in his career.
Yeah, he was coming up on the darkness.
Yeah.
But I think that could have just slingshotted him right into it.
That would have been a good move for him.
Because is Seven Brad Pitt's best movie ever?
It was definitely his breakout role.
Do somebody ever say, I want to go watch this Brad Pitt movie and it's not Seven?
What about Fight Club?
Okay, you got me. Forgot about Fight Club.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's got two.
But they're both great movies.
Well, he had Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie too. So
yeah, well,
there
some men have it all and then lose it all.
He comes up, Devil in Blue Dress, Courage Under Fire, The Preacher's Wife. Now, this Preacher's Wife, a lot of people like. I was not a big fan.
I saw it as a kid. It was fine.
It was there.
Yeah.
I would flip past this on TNT.
Oh, if I saw this now, I definitely would change the channel.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Not my cup of tea. A remake of The Bishop's Wife, a 50s film, I believe. I just don't go for wholesome family crap.
Bad childhood, Mac?
No, I'd rather not watch this. I'd rather watch things like Fallen.
Fallen was decent. I wasn't mad at it. I would rather watch He Got Game.
Okay.
I loved He Got Game.
That's a cool flick. And then The Siege right after that.
And he starts to get into this rhythm. Now we're starting to see him move up the chain.
Yeah, he's just pumping out quality movies. And they're just getting better and better, I feel like, each time. Because right here in the late 90s, we have Fallen, He Got Game, and The Siege all in 1 year.
98?
98 is a good year
for
Denzel
a good year.
Washington.
He ended the 90s completely strong. Because even after that, you're looking at The Bone Collector, him and Angelina Jolie.
Great movie.
I'll seek out to watch that movie at times.
Yeah.
The Hurricane, of course, Reuben Carter.
Yeah, if y'all heard the Bob Dylan song and actually listened to lyrics, you would know the story.
It's the movie.
But yeah, it is a great movie. He definitely took it to heart.
And this is where he ends the 90s. The pinnacle.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, okay, this Denzel guy might be able to act.
Yeah. Let's go see a Denzel movie.
And then we hit 2000s, and boom, he hits it wide open with Remember the Titans, which everybody has watched.
Everybody's seen this movie.
You could strike up a conversation with anybody in an airport, maybe worldwide.
Of course, one of the reasons I think everyone's seen it is just because they have played the shit out of this movie over the years.
Oh, they got their money's worth.
Well, I mean, it's all over TV and stuff like that because it's one of those movies that you can air anytime.
Right. You don't have to edit it out.
Yeah.
It was a fun, wholesome, racial movie.
Yeah, a good message.
Yeah. You don't get those very often.
And this is when he starts doing that, hitting us with messages. And, a little bit of social commentary on some of his movies moving forward.
He dives deep into that as we go forward from here.
He just kind of, because it's set in the 60s or 50s or whatever,
right.
So it's older times, and so it's like kind of a look back of that social commentary. But then the very next movie, next year, Training Day, Crooked Cops.
Dumbass actors.
Here we go.
Fucking Ethan Hawke ruined this movie for me, as he does everything in the world.
No, come on.
Ethan Hawke fucking sucks.
He's not that bad.
He looks like he was sucking on a crack pipe as he was coming out of his mama's,
Okay, so who would you rather see working with Denzel in Training Day?
How many other actors are out there that are better than Ethan Hawke? I would dare to say all of them. Except George Clooney.
Well, definitely. Ethan's definitely better than George Clooney.
But if I had to pick some names that were hot at that point, you have Matt Damon, you have a Colin Farrell, you have a Jude Law. Those are three top bills at that time in cinema.
Okay. I could see Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell would be my top choice of those
I could
three.
see him in that role.
I would have loved it. I would have loved that movie then. That's how bad Ethan Hawke fucking sucks. Takes me from I don't ever want to see that, and if I see it, I'm breaking the TV.
Think Ethan did a great job though, because he's just such a goody two-shoe Boy Scout, and he had a hell of a training day.
I'm not saying it wasn't a bad day. I'm just saying I'd rather see somebody else get tortured. As much as I like to see Ethan Hawke get tortured, it ruins my...
So is your favorite Ethan Hawke movie The Purge, then?
I have no favorite Ethan Hawke movie. I think the only Ethan Hawke movies I've seen are Reality Bites and motherfucking Training Day.
Have you seen Gattaca?
I have not, and I won't.
Oh,
you know why? Because you mentioned it during the Ethan Hawke segment. Gattaca. I'm sitting here, how bad I hate Ethan Hawke, and you're trying to convince me that, no, if you watch this movie, it will be all right.
But Jude Law, he's in it too. It's great.
Well, he just brings him down. He brings Axel down.
You should check it out. It's a cool movie.
Now, Denzel got an Oscar for this, correct?
Yes.
You know why?
This is Oscar number 2.
They said, if you got to fucking carry Ethan Hawke, here's a fucking Oscar.
Here's your reward.
Yes. Training Day would have been better without Ethan Hawke, in my opinion.
It's a great movie. I think that's a movie where we were all really excited to see Denzel unleash.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've seen him as the villain.
Yeah.
Correct?
Really villainous, too. Like,
now,
a really bad guy.
So, in Training Day, Denzel wanted to change the ending.
Yeah?
Yeah, he wanted it to be, because the original script said he lived.
No way.
Yes, and Denzel quotes, in the original script he lived, but I wasn't having it.
Yeah, there's no way his character can live after all that shit he put out that day.
And that's exactly what Denzel said. He said after all pissing off the Russian mobs and being on the take for so long, it would have just pissed the audiences off if he lived.
Yeah.
So he had to die.
I agree. Denzel made the right move there.
Yeah, well, he's not doing a movie with Ethan Hawke. But anyway, let's move on because I'm just going to get my blood pressure up. Then we come to another, where he takes on the healthcare and John Q.
Yeah. Oh, man. What a powerful movie
that was a great movie.
This is another one, it gets played a bunch on TV, and I will sit down and watch it every time.
Yeah. Like, how far will you go to save your child?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any.
Right. But this movie is so intense.
I loved it. From the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, shit, he's taking over a hospital. Now, then you get in that conundrum internally. Is he right or is he wrong?
Right. And even they go through it through the movie. All the other characters kind of argue about it with each other throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out which side they're going to play on. Because it's wrong, but you would do it. I mean, healthcare, I don't have to tell you, in this country is fucked up.
Right.
So I thought this was a hard-hitting piece on healthcare. Not to get political or anything, but this is what we're talking about when he starts to get more cultural and bring out society's problems in these movies.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Absolutely. Just such a good movie. He was great in it. Everybody else was great in it. It was such a good movie.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. Then we come to Antoine Fisher. Another one. Anger issues. Bad past. Bad family. We just toss people off to the side. Another powerful movie. And now you're starting to see the star that is Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Taking his place in Hollywood, saying, fuck you guys, I'm here, deal with it. Then he takes us to this weird kind of Hawaii shirt wearing fucking kind of... I don't know what the fuck was going on.
This is Denzel phoning it in.
This is, we're saturated with Denzel at this point. He fell so quick.
He's just, there's no effort at this point.
Out of Time, I kind of enjoyed Out of Time.
It's a fun movie.
It's a fun movie. Him and Eva Mendes. It was a fun kind of thriller sort of thing, but it's not Denzel.
It's not great.
Man on Fire.
Cool flick.
I can watch it. It had some good fight scenes.
Yeah.
And
intense action. But
the Manchurian Candidate. The Manchurian Candidate. I never watched it.
It's a cool flick. Him and Liev Schreiber, where they're brainwashed sleeper agents to take over the government and shit. It's kind of like, someone here is a double agent. Who is it? And the thing is, the double agent doesn't know they're a double agent because they've been brainwashed.
So glad I never watched that movie.
It's a remake.
That sounds horrible.
I thought it was cool. Liev Schreiber is one of my favorite actors, so I'll always see something he's into. And them together was pretty great, so I enjoyed that.
Okay.
But then the next movie he did after that, oh my God.
Inside Man.
Him and Clive Owen, another great actor. And this is Clive Owen 2006, like Children of Men Clive Owen, when he's like on top.
Don't talk to me about Children of Men.
No, you didn't.
It's a fucking horrible movie.
Go fuck yourself.
What's going on in it? What is happening?
They have to save the lady, the baby.
Why? It's one baby. It's St. Jesus they're bringing out of here.
Because they gotta get her to the Tomorrow ship. To the scientists.
To the Tomorrow ship. Thank you, scientists. I'm done. Thanks for proving my point on that.
It makes sense. There's a whole plot in the movie, you know, and like a story and acting and dialogue. And if you watch it and listen to it, they'll tell you.
But they didn't.
They did. You weren't listening.
God, I had a girlfriend like that movie and I had to watch it. And I never did fucking understand it.
And the action sequences in that movie are insane.
No.
Oh, man. The fight in the building at the end of the movie.
I don't even know if I probably fell asleep before then.
Then you should rewatch it so you can see the good parts.
I will not waste an hour and a half of my life on that. I got better important things to do.
You don't even know. You just don't even know.
Anyway, fuck it.
But whatever. We're talking about Inside Man.
Yeah, Inside Man I really like.
Cool flick. Very cool flick. I love a good heist movie. I think every guy likes a heist movie in some way.
Absolutely, because you picture you doing the heist.
Because every guy wants to do a heist.
Yes, I would love to go rob a bank right now.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
It'd be great.
Or Ocean's 11. So here we come to another wonderful, don't he have the Hawaiian shirt on in Deja Vu?
This is another one of those kind of fun. I'm not really sure what's going on, but let's ride it. Let's ride this ride.
Again, a weird fucking movie that came out. It might as well have been Tomorrowland in my eyes.
Yeah, but more people saw Deja Vu.
I have no doubt. People do not watch George Clooney.
Yeah.
They need to stop.
Oh, well, like you just said, no one saw Tomorrowland.
They quit putting him as lead man, please. You know what? They should put him and Nicolas Cage together and see how much money they can make.
Oh, that's a straight-to-DVD movie that no one is going to see.
All right, let me come up on, in 2007, American Gangster. Now, I was very, 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 very ready for this film.
As you should have been. It was awesome.
When I find a project that beforehand that I really am anticipating, I read the book. I always do that first. Mm-hmm. Then I go see the movie. Was disappointed in the movie.
Is it because you read the book?
It's because there was not enough gangster there.
What are you talking about? He was fucking gangster.
How many people did he kill?
I don't know, but he killed that one dude like right in front of everybody.
And that was the only one.
But he did it in front of everybody.
Even so, he killed one guy. I was expecting gangster at least put some hits out on some motherfuckers.
He was like just making money like a gangster.
He was, but I don't think that was enough for the story. It bored me a little bit. But I was disappointed when I got to the end of the book, even. But
it's what happened. It was based on a true story.
I don't care about reality. This is my movies. All right, I'm entering a fantasy world when I pay my $18.
Fair enough.
To go to the movies now. So, American Gangster, you disappointed me. That being said, the storyline disappointed me. The acting was phenomenal in that movie. Because you had Denzel and you had Russell Crowe.
Yeah. They were great.
And all the little... Cuban Gooding Jr. was in it, even in it. He cracked me up, though, because the way he looked.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was in it.
Yeah, my man.
My man.
But all the cameos and all that worked great in that movie, too.
Yeah.
So I'm not dissing the acting, I'm dissing the storyline.
Okay, fair enough. But I thought it was a great movie. Now, I'm not too into some of the movies he did next.
Yeah, we got The Great Debaters.
Okay.
Never watched it.
Never saw it. Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. I didn't see it either, but I blame John Travolta on that one.
Yeah, everybody does. Believe me.
Yeah. But then the next year, he came back with Book of Eli. And I think we can all agree this is a great fucking movie.
I absolutely love the Book of Eli. I own it. DVD, Amazon, iTunes. If I can't watch the Book of Eli, then I'm laying in the hospital bed about to die. This movie was great from storyline to acting. And I've read up on it, the brutal conditions that in Mexico, said the wind was wind was blowing so hard, getting in people's eyes and just in their mouth, and they're trying to act. Gary Oldman, Mila Kunis, it just worked.
Yeah, the characters were great. The style of filmmaking really put you in that post-apocalyptic world. You didn't know what happened. You don't need to know what happened. You just need to know shit is fucked. This is how they live, and it is so crazy and interesting.
Yeah, and the storyline was awesome. If you haven't seen it, spoiler. And if you haven't seen it by now, turn us off.
You had your chance.
Okay, question is, and I'm sure you know exactly which question I'm getting ready to ask. Is he blind?
I don't think so.
Really?
I really don't think so. Just based on the fight sequences and stuff, there's just no way he could have done some of that stuff without his eyes. And, you always look at his eyes and it looks like he's looking at stuff.
Yeah, but all his other senses, like when he smells the people, and I think his senses are heightened because the sun burned his eyes.
I don't know.
Then the Bible's Braille.
Yeah, but just because you can see doesn't mean you can't learn Braille.
I disagree.
He had that book for like 35 years or something. I think he can learn Braille.
Yeah, and that brings to another point. It was 35 years because he didn't know which way to fucking walk because he's blind. He was just going around in circles.
Oh, because he was teaching himself Braille.
So he intentionally did not go to the West Coast to get his life saved so he could learn Braille.
I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let us know who you believe on that one.
I just think it's a stretch to believe he was blind. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying it's not a stretch. We still don't fucking know. Which kind of pisses me off.
Well, it's like Inception. Was he dreaming? Is he not? I don't know. No one cares. We just like it. That's the thing, too, is what does it matter? Just enjoy the ride.
I need to know things. Okay? Okay, we're coming off Eli.
Well, speaking of needing to know things, I need to know how the fuck they talked him into Unstoppable.
That was Chris Pine, correct?
Oh, I blame Chris Pine.
Everybody does.
I did not care for this movie.
It had its moments.
It's super overhyped and over dramatized for a train rolling 20 miles an hour down a railroad track unoccupied. Sure,
fair enough.
It eventually gained speed and became dangerous, but it was a bit much. I didn't buy it. Oh, train, we can't stop it. Oh, no.
It had some fine moments, some on your seat edge. Are they going to fall off the train? Are they not? Are they going to get stopped? It was all right.
I like Rosario Dawson in it. As long as she gets work, I'm happy.
That the new celebrity crush?
She's not ugly.
You going away from Angelina?
I'll go Rosario over Angelina.
Good for you. Good for you. I like that.
Thanks.
All right, then we go to Safe House, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Ryan Reynolds. I have to admit, I did not see this one.
You know why we're so good here at Boys of Summer? Because we agree on fucking nothing. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, Denzel Washington, I thought they played great together. I really enjoyed that tandem.
Cool.
Then we hit Flight.
I love this movie.
I didn't know much about it, and watching it, I felt kind of dirty. Like watching a man just piss his life away.
It is
just day after day.
It is rough. There is some rough shit in this movie.
Yeah.
It really makes you want to never drink ever again.
And it did, actually. Denzel, while filming this movie, stopped drinking alcohol while filming this and hasn't drank since.
I don't blame him. Putting yourself into that character's mindset would mess you up a little bit.
It made me question my alcohol intake.
Right?
I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I just go, oh, man, I want to flight.
But that flight crash scene, too, was insane.
Yeah, how he saved it.
Yeah, that whole sequence was...
The point where he's in the hotel room at the end.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go. And he can't stay sober.
Yeah.
Sticks in my mind so vividly.
Yep.
I can see it as it goes. I've only watched the movie like twice.
Yeah.
It ain't like I own this movie and I'm watching it all the time. It has stayed in my brain. If you can do that, you have put something into a movie.
Well, that's just his intense, dramatic acting. You know, he is so intense.
He is.
That movie is intense.
We already talked a little bit about Two Guns.
It's a fun film. Nothing really special.
It's kind of like Tom Hanks in Big. I don't get it.
What did you say?
I don't get it.
What don't you get?
It's two guys sitting at a table talking about bullshit that just did not appeal to me. I can't get past 10 minutes of this movie.
It gets a lot better.
You know what? Grab me from the fucking beginning. I shouldn't have to wait.
There is a ton of action, good lines. I like Mark Wahlberg too, so I get a lot of shit for that.
I'm a Mark Wahlberg fan. I just wish he'd turn down a role every now and again.
Yeah, he can do one or two less annoyed and confused movies.
What was that one he did where the air kills you?
The Happening.
That fucking piece of shit. I've seen him admit that was a piece of shit, but yeah, that was bad.
We're not going to get into that.
No, we're moving on. Then we come to The Equalizer, which I think everybody can agree was a badass film.
It is super badass.
That's given no fucks.
Zero fucks.
And I loved it.
It was super good. Now, that was another kind of role it was nice to see him take. You know, not very much a good guy, but trying to be. He was
an ass. He was a bad guy.
Yeah.
But by God, he stood up for the people.
Yeah.
He was gangster Robin Hood.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great way to put it. Gangster Robin Hood.
Gangster, yeah, he was good. He was good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Then we come, let's see, what we have next?
The Magnificent Seven.
No, we got to skip that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I didn't give a fuck about this movie.
Well, you know who it has in it, don't you?
Chris Pratt?
Nope. Ethan motherfucking Hawke. I'm out.
Oh, yeah, he is in it. Yeah, I forgot.
I'm out. I'm done. Bye. We're skipping Magnificent Seven. Wasn't that good anyway? Hateful Eight blew him out of the water when those two came out.
Right.
So, moving on. Fences.
Fantastic movie.
I really enjoyed this movie.
Super good.
I think I've said already, I like James Earl Jones on his play on the stage.
Yeah.
A little better than Denzel.
But this movie is just done so well. Denzel directed this movie, by the way.
Yeah, he directed and produced, right?
Yeah. And he got a nomination for it. Viola Davis, of course, won her award, and hers was so well deserved. She did a phenomenal job.
Did Javon Adepo, did he get any recognition? Because his performance stood out to me in this film.
You know, I agree with you. He's definitely stood out to me as well.
So I was just wondering if he did get any kind of recognition on any level. Because this was his big break. He has been in just little, it's kind of like Denzel coming out. He's been in little things here and there, and then he hits the big one.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a young up-and-coming actor. And yeah, he did definitely get recognized for this role.
Because
yeah, he got nominated for awards, but they're awards I've never heard of.
I've been nominated for awards you've never heard of.
I bet you have.
Pretty proud of them, actually. So then we go to 2017, a movie I've never seen, Roman J. Israel Esquire. I don't even remember hearing about this movie.
You know, same, but funny thing is, he got a Best Actor nomination for it, so I guess it's good.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Of course, the movie we didn't see.
The movie nobody gives a fuck about. Hey, let's give him an award. Fuck.
Somebody must.
Them Oscars.
But, you know, they do that. They always give nominations for these movies that no one saw.
Yeah, just make it up.
Yeah, that's why they have to make the new popular movie category, because people keep balking at these choices for the Best Picture of movies that we never saw.
Right. And it sucks.
Yeah.
I've never watched the Oscars, and I never will, because I believe they're about as dumbass as the critics as to what they believe. You know, it's just what they see and what they think. It's an opinion. So I do like the popular movie.
Sure.
In the popular movie category in there. I think it's nice.
I think it's a good addition.
Equalizer 2.
Just this past year.
Not as good as the first one.
Sequels rarely are.
That is correct. Maybe Godfather 2.
Terminator 2. I will venture Terminator 2 is better than Terminator.
Do you think he will do an Equalizer 3?
Unlikely. I think chances are more likely that Tom Cruise is going to do another Jack Reacher.
Tom Cruise, can you stop and just do Top Gun, please? Top Gun 2.
We're ready. Although I think Top Gun is a stupid movie. I'll watch Top Gun 2 anyways.
If you hear the sound of choking, please don't be alarmed. Did you just call Top Gun a stupid movie?
Oh, yes I did. It is so stupid. He flew one fucking mission and then is touted as the greatest fucking hero and can have any assignment he wants.
Because he's amazing.
He did one mission.
And he kicked ass! Not to mention, he went inverted over the Russian plane to tell him to get the fuck out.
They did that in Hot Shots as well.
Now you're making my blood boil. Well, I'm a Hot Shots fan. It does not equate to Top Gun. Look what all he went through. His dad killed in action. Right?
Don't care.
Goose dies.
Goose was an idiot.
What?
Goose and him were singing that stupid song with the piano in the bar.
Yes?
And they're just singing the chorus over and over again like two drunken buffoons. I hated it and I wanted him to die.
Did it work? Whoa. That's dark. Okay. If anybody needs Mac's address, just, slide into my DMs. And I will let you know. Because he deserves... Oh.
Fuck Goose.
Oh, so much want to punch you right now. All right, our next segment is going to be about directors. We have Tony and Ridley Scott, which he worked with a lot, correct?
Yes. So Ridley he only worked with once, but of course Ridley Scott is one of the great American directors.
Absolutely.
Alien, Prometheus, and American Gangster, 2007. And his brother Tony has directed Denzel Washington on 5 films over the course of the years, and I like most of these. Crimson Tide.
Yes.
Man on Fire.
Yes.
Deja Vu.
No.
I like it, but then we got Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3,
nope.
And Unstoppable.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 5. Nope.
I say 3 out of 5.
Now, for Tony Scott, I really like his early days. Mm-hmm. He brought me some of my childhood favorites. Top Gun.
Of course.
Beverly Hills Cop 2, Days of Thunder, The Last Boy Scout, The Fan, Enemy of the State. I mean, his credits read just awesome. I really enjoyed most of his films.
All right, now what are the ones that you don't enjoy?
Unstoppable, The Taking of Pelham 123, Deja Vu.
Why you gotta be like that?
That's just something I don't like. He had a couple, I think. The Hunger, when I was younger, I did not like.
I never saw that one.
Agent Orange, it's a short film. I can't remember. Domino, I did not like Domino.
You don't like Domino?
I did not like Domino.
I like Domino. I thought that was a fun movie.
Yeah, not big on that. So we just wanted to hit on Tony and Ridley Scott because...
Yeah, just because we noticed that Denzel did a lot of Tony Scott movies, and so we thought it was kind of cool.
So, one thing about Denzel that really brings out to people, have you ever seen how many quotes this man has?
Dude, this man is a walking, talking, inspirational billboard.
Yeah, he just keeps spitting them out.
Yeah.
Some of my favorites have come to Man gives awards, God gives rewards. I really say that. I really like how he says that. I say luck is when opportunity comes along and you are prepared for it.
Hmm. That was a good one.
Yeah, I really like those two. He has a bunch. You can go on the internet and look, and they are...
Oh, yeah. If you look him up on YouTube, he's got a bunch of motivational speeches that are up on there. And everybody knows about his work with the Boys and Girls Club. If you ever seen those commercials as a kid.
Those are funny.
I'll definitely probably link one of those because they're great.
Yeah. I saw my first one today, and...
Yeah, we definitely had a chuckle at the end.
Mac, any scandals?
No.
Okay. I have one, but it's not what you think.
I bet you're right.
Okay, so as promised, we are updating from our first podcast of Tom Hanks. And in a sad day, it has been confirmed that Tom Hanks did admit to cheating on his wife with Rita Wilson on the set of Volunteers. He admitted this in 2006.
That bastard.
Now he's a dickhead.
We all got dirt on Tom Hanks now.
Yeah, it was. He put it out in a magazine like nobody cared.
What magazine?
Esquire, I believe.
Okay.
And everybody just, you just, like it didn't exist.
Yeah.
They skipped over it.
The collective subconscious refused to accept it.
Yeah. But, yeah, he cheated on Volunteers. I'm sorry if that hurts anybody.
On Volunteers? Of all movies.
I still like that movie. I watch it a little different now. He did give a quote that his cheating was not something to celebrate. He was not proud of it. But it happened.
Sure did.
So, no scandals for Denzel yet. And we looked.
Yeah. The closest I found is a comment he made in an article that he would break the backs of anyone who harassed his daughter, as she is a young actress in Hollywood. So, yeah, don't mess with Olivia Washington.
Have Equalizer in real life at your ass?
Yeah, no one wants that.
I don't. I'm not gonna mess with her. I'm not even gonna say her name. Max said it. Denzel. Okay. We were looking at some. We talked about Seven. He also turned down Blade.
He did, but I couldn't imagine him in Blade.
I don't think he had the temperament for Blade.
No. And Wesley Snipes' martial arts abilities are what really helped sell that movie. People don't realize Blade is the unsung hero of the comic book world.
I like Blade Trinity.
It's okay.
It's...
But the first one is so dark and gritty. It was grounded in reality with that crazy vampire stuff going on. It was cool.
I need to watch that again.
You should, because people don't realize it was still the 90s. I think it came out like 99, 2000 maybe. This is before X-Men. So it's totally forgotten. But it's a good movie. And I don't think we would have the modern superhero movie without that movie.
Oh, you're putting that much on that.
It needed to be made so that the other studios would have the balls to make X-Men and Spider-Man.
Okay, give it up for Blade. It's not
and
so
Wesley
timid.
Snipes.
Okay, we're going to move on now to Max Facts.
Max Facts. So, a little tidbit I learned that Crimson Tide, back in 95, Quentin Tarantino did some uncredited writing for the script.
Okay.
And got to do a visit to the set. And while he was there, Denzel lambasted Quentin about his use of racial slurs in his films. And Tarantino got embarrassed and wanted to move the conversation to a more private area. Denzel said, "No, if we're going to discuss it, let's discuss it now."
So he almost fought Quentin Tarantino.
No, he just kind of wanted to give him his 2 cents about it, I think.
You know what? Actors act, directors direct, writers write.
Hey, but on that same note, Denzel did later say that he still felt that Quentin was a fine artist.
Okay, so he just... Was it about what he was writing on that film or all his films? We don't know that.
I think it was more in general.
Just the general. Because Tarantino has some dark, twisted, kind of messed up storylines.
Yep.
And choices of words in a lot of his films. And we love it for some reason.
Yep. So he met his wife, Pauletta Washington, in 1977 when they both had small roles in the television movie Wilma, one of his first roles. She's an actress? Yep. Or at least she was.
Well, she married Denzel. She don't have to be anymore.
Neither of them have to work. This is kind of surprising. Only the second black actor after Sidney Poitier to win the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role.
And we agree he should have won. He should have won more than he has.
Oh, I mean, I agree totally. And that was a kind of a weird year for the Academy Awards. So he won for Training Day. Halle Berry won for Monsters Ball, and then Sidney Poitier got the honorary. So they all just got it at one time.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It just seems
weird.
It almost seems like Black Appreciation Year.
Halle Berry won for Monsters Ball?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Nope. Have you ever seen it?
Yes. I'm not sure I agree with that. Yep. But, hey.
So this is a kind of neat little story. So when he was a child, his mother had a beauty parlor, and he was in this beauty parlor one day when a woman was getting her hair done and saw him, and she told someone to get her a piece of paper, and she wrote at the top, "Prophecy," and then wrote that Denzel would grow up and one day speak to millions. Denzel kept this bit of paper in his wallet.
For the whole life?
I don't know how long he held on to it, but he did hold on to it for quite some time.
That's pretty cool. So, was she a prophet? Maybe I need to talk to her.
She was known in the area as being somewhat of a prophet. So, yeah. Like we said, he turned down the role in Seven. Instead, he did Devil in a Blue Dress. He does admit that was a mistake.
That was a mistake, Denzel.
He also turned down the role of Cinque in Amistad. Oh, and this is another one I thought was kind of neat. It kind of shows how much he puts into his movies. For the movie Courage Under Fire, he trained with the National Training Center at Fort Irwin in California, where he qualified on the M1A1 tank and the 120 millimeter gun, participated in the battle games, and listened to audio tapes of tank battles in Desert Storm.
You know why that's interesting? It's because a lot of people think these actors just show up and just read lines.
Correct.
That's what a lot of people think acting is, and it's not. A lot of them take years, or at least a year, to develop some of these characters that you're seeing on screen. And that is, for Hurricane, I know he spent a year boxing school in Los Angeles.
Yep. And then to prepare for his role in Philadelphia, he met with a couple of lawyers that would later end up becoming quite famous themselves, Johnny Cochran and Carl Douglas.
Johnny fucking Cochran, everywhere you look.
All right. And then he spent months on the beat with the Washington Post reporters to prepare for the Pelican Brief.
So he puts in the work.
Yeah, he commits to his roles.
That's what makes the great ones great.
Yeah. And I think you can see that in his work. He commits to his scenes every time.
There is such a big difference, too, in these drama actors who do that kind of work, as opposed to, let's say, somebody like Chris Farley, who just shows... I believe he honestly just shows up when he did and was himself.
Sure. Yeah, there's plenty of actors that do read the lines, but Denzel is not.
I think more of your drama actors don't, and more of your comedy people show up and just improvise and go with it. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he
being silly with
work.
it.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's going to wrap us up for the day.
Yep, that's kind of all we have for Denzel this week.
Denzel?
Denzel. Not Denzel. Denzel.
Somebody smack his parents when they see him, please. Just once. We are heading to Europe.
Yep, our much-needed vacation is starting very soon.
And we're excited. We're going to try possibly to get a podcast out on our 3-week trip. We'll see if it is. If we get it out, we will be doing Sandra Bullock.
Miss Sandy.
Miss Congeniality.
Ooh, yeah.
So we're excited about that. We both like our work to a point.
We'll tell you which ones we like and which ones we don't.
You think?
Yeah. As always, if you have recommendations or have any actors or celebrities that you would like to see us do on this podcast, definitely comment below.
Yeah, we're interested in seeing how we're doing, so let us know. So for the Boys of Summer, I'm Jeremy, looking good.
And I'm Mac, feeling good.